Today we are going to see the connected graph. Prove that a simple graph with n vertices must be connected if it has more than n minus 1 into n minus 2 divided by 2 edges. For that solution, let G be a simple graph with n vertices and more than n minus 1 into n minus 2 divided by 2 edges. We know that this is given in the problem. If it is a simple graph means no self loop and parallel edges, and n vertices are there. If there are n vertices, we have n minus 1 into n minus 2 divided by 2 edges. Here this is given, must be connected. That is what we have to prove. It must be connected. Suppose if G is not connected, we are using the contradictory method. Suppose if G is not connected, what happen? We must reach n minus 1 into n minus 2 divided by 2. If we did not get n minus 1 into n minus 2 divided by 2, it is connected. Therefore, in the contradictory way, we are going to prove that. Suppose if G is not connected means, then G must have at least two components. Components means two different graphs. It is not connected means it is G must have at least two components. Components means there are two graphs. Let it be G1 and G2. This G is split into two graphs, G1 and G2. Let V1 be the vertex set of G1. There are V1 vertices in G1. There are V1 be the set of vertices of G1, and with the modulus of V1, that is cardinality of V1, or number of vertices in V1 equal to M. If V2 is the vertex set of G2, then cardinality of V2 is equal to, totally we have n vertices. In G. Therefore, we are taking partially in V1 and remaining in V2. That is totally n, and we are taking m vertices in V1. Therefore, remaining vertices are n minus m vertices. Then there are three conditions: 1 less than or equal to m, less than or equal to n minus 1. That means m lies between 1 and n minus 1. Okay, if m is less than 1 is less than or equal to m and less than or equal to n minus 1. If m equal to 0 means there is no component. If m is equal to n means again there is no component. It becomes G1 and G2 becomes a single graph. Therefore, at least one vertex in M, or at most n minus 1 vertices in M. The remaining vertices in V2. Therefore, second condition is there is no edge joining a vertex of V1 and a vertex of V2. Therefore, V1 is a set of vertices in G1, V2 is a set of vertices in G2. Therefore, there is no edge between V1 and V2. That is the second condition. And the third condition is cardinality of V2 is equal to n minus m. That is, we know that, which must be greater than or equal to 1. At least one vertices in V2. The remaining vertices in V1. That is the third condition. Now, cardinality of number of edges. cardinality or number of edges in G is equal to, we can split into G1 union of G2. E of G1 union G2. Therefore, number of vertices in G is split into 2 because it is take it as a disconnected graph. Therefore, there are two components. Both union of these two graphs, we get the edge, that is E of G. That is equal to, we can split it as E of G1 plus E of G2. We can split into 2, which is less than or equal to number of edges in G1 is, we know that by previous theorem, m into m minus 1 divided by 2, because in G1 there are m vertices, therefore m into m minus 1 divided by 2 edges. In G2 we have n minus m vertices, therefore n minus m into n minus m minus 1 divided by 2 edges. That is by theorem, which is equal to, I am taking 1 by 2 outside, m into m square minus m plus this n into this term, n into n minus m minus 1 minus this minus m into the next term, minus m into n minus m minus 1. Next 1 by 2 into this n into n minus 1. This n into n minus 1 plus this n into minus m is minus nm minus this m into this one, minus m into n minus m minus 1, and this m square minus m plus m square minus m. This n into n minus 1 adding 2n minus 2 plus, and subtracting 2n minus 2. 2n minus 2 adding and subtracting 2n minus 2. Therefore, it becomes plus 2. Adding 2n minus 2 and subtracting 2n minus 2 means this is plus 2n becomes minus and minus 2 becomes plus. Then minus nm minus nm minus m into this minus nm, here one minus nm, minus of minus plus m square minus into plus minus 1 plus m plus m square minus m. Here there are 2 m square, here m square, which is equal to, here plus m minus m gets cancelled, 1 by 2 into this is n into n square minus n plus 2n, this is minus 2n plus 2 is taken into bracket, this minus 2n plus 2 plus 2n minus 2, here m square is 2m square plus 2m square minus 2nm. This is equal to 1 by 2, here n square minus 3n plus 2 plus 2n minus 2 plus 2m square minus 2nm. This is nothing but, this is n square minus 3n plus 2 is factorized, we get n minus 1 into n minus 2 plus taking 2n minus 2, here I am taking 2n outside. Comparing these two, when taking 2n outside, 1 minus m, 1 minus m plus, comparing these two, I am taking 2 outside, m square minus 1. which is equal to 1 by 2 into n minus 1 into n minus 2 plus I am taking minus outside. Here I am taking minus outside. I am taking minus outside. It is m minus 1 plus 2 into, this is a square minus b square is written as a plus b into a minus b. A plus b into a minus b. A square minus b square written as a plus b into a minus b. This is equal to 1 by 2 into n minus 1 into n minus 2 minus 2 into, here m minus 1 is common, therefore I am taking m minus 1 common. 2 into m minus 1, we have remaining n. Here when taking minus outside, this is minus of m plus 1, that is m minus 1. This is equal to 1 by 2 into n minus 1 into n minus 2 minus 2 into, here this is e of g is less than or equal to n minus 1 into n minus 2 divided by 2, because we know that 1 is less than or equal to m, less than or equal to n minus 1. This is the condition 1. m is greater than 1 and less than or equal to n minus 1. Therefore m is greater than 1 means it is positive, and m is less than or equal to n minus 1 means m is less than or equal to n minus 1 means minus m becomes plus m. Therefore the whole term becomes positive. Therefore since m minus 1 into n minus m minus 1 is greater than or equal to 0, positive. It is positive means when subtracting from this one, n minus 1 into n minus 2 minus the positive number, the number of edges in G must be less than or equal to n minus 1 into n minus 2 divided by 2, which is a contradiction. As 2G has